support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps you protected when shopping online. Get $5 to try it now by using promo code QZZ2J.
We have our next guest here. Hello.
Hi there.
How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thanks. And you?
Doing very well. Go ahead and introduce yourself for me.
Okay, great. Well, thanks first of all for having me on the show today. My name's Judith Bank, and I am Head of Global Marketing for Sure Petcare.
All right, and tell me about Sure Petcare.
Okay, so Sure Petcare, as the name implies, is a pet technology company. We've been attending CES for a number of years. We're very sad, unfortunately, to be attending just virtually this year. But we have been attending and exhibiting over many years the suite of connected pet technology products that we have developed for cats and dogs. And we're really excited this year that we have a new product, the latest product in our connected ecosystem, which is a water bowl, connected water bowl for cats called Felaqua Connect.
Okay. I believe we've had you on the show before. I'm pretty sure, Carrie.
You have,
okay.
Yes. I wasn't sure whether you'd remember because I'm sure you have a blur of interviewees, come CES. But yes, we met a few years ago and we were talking about connected feeders that time, I think.
Yes, I believe you talked with Todd Cochran.
That's
on
right.
that one.
Yes.
I was behind the desk for that one.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
I knew I recognized the name.
Yes.
Fantastic. So we talked about a feeder before. Super cool product. So where does this fit into the ecosystem?
Okay. So this, as I mentioned, it's part of the same ecosystem. So we have a single Sure Petcare app that enables you to run a number of products that work sort of interactively and together within the same ecosystem. So previously we were talking about our connected feeder. We also have a couple of connected pet doors as well that link into the same system. And then now we have added the latest product, Felaqua Connect. Now, as I mentioned, it's a connected water bowl. In fact, I have it here, if I can quickly hold it up to camera here so you can take a look. So you can see it's a nice, shallow, open water bowl here where, I'm just trying to move it in, there we go, where the cat drinks from, with an airtight reservoir that's feeding into the water bowl here.
Okay.
It connects to the app, so not only is it delivering nice fresh water to your cat in a very cat-friendly design, that it is also monitoring what they're drinking as well.
Okay.
If you have more than one pet, it's going to identify each pet in the household using either their standard identification microchip, or if they're not microchipped, then there is also a collar tag that you can hang on their collar to use to identify them instead. So if you have multiple cats, that's not a problem. It's going to recognize which of your cats is drinking, and each time they visit the bowl, it's going to monitor how much they're drinking, how long they're drinking for, how frequently they're drinking. So obviously, how much your cat is drinking is a sign of their health. It makes sense that making sure they're eating and drinking properly is important. But particularly for cats, actually knowing what's the normal drinking behavior for your cat's really important, because a change in drinking behavior can be a really key indicator and an early indicator that maybe there are some changes going on with their overall health and well-being. And it's the kind of thing that busy cat owners are not always going to notice straight away, particularly if you have more than one cat. You may see the water in the bowls going down, but you don't really know exactly how much is being drunk and which pet is drinking. But actually a changing drinking behavior is or can be an early sign of conditions such as diabetes, kidney disease, even hypothyroidism, which are all fairly common conditions in cats, particularly as they begin to age. So it's just another really nice part of the ecosystem to monitor that additional indicator, so that you can be a really proactive pet parent in terms of understanding how your cat's sort of normal routines and behaviors are changing as they evolve, changing as they age, and so you can potentially then evolve their care to meet those changing needs as well.
Okay, so a couple things. First, I had forgotten about the microchip thing until you said it. And I remember that being my favorite part of the product. Second, this is definitely designed by the same team.
Absolutely. It's got a certain look about it, hasn't it? Yes, you're right.
Absolutely, it does. You
Yeah.
held it up, and I'm like, oh, that looks familiar.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for us, these are devices that are going to sit inside people's homes, in their
Right.
kitchens, and their living areas, where you are day in, day out. We want them to look beautiful as well as be functional, as well. So yeah, absolutely. A lot of time and effort goes into the design.
Yeah, and I love the look. I remember thinking that I think it was 2020 you came on the show.
It was, yes, that's right, 2 years ago.
And the reason I remember that is because you were actually in our CES 2021 opening video.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's great.
Because the product was really interesting looking, and so it made
Yeah,
for a really cool, like, quick hit
yeah,
video
yeah.
in our intro. So I
Well,
saw that design so many times
yeah.
while doing editing last year.
And I'm sure you're probably, what you're particularly remembering is, this sort of curved
Uh-huh.
hoop around the back here. And I mean, that's
Mhm.
actually the microchip reader. That's the RFID reader. And so obviously our feeder has a similar
Right.
style of reader. It's somewhat of a challenge when you're designing for pets because, they don't always understand why certain product elements are there. We have to design the product to be really user friendly, not only
Right.
for pet parents, but for cats, for dogs, and certainly when it comes to cats, we know that felines can be a little bit fussy. We know they don't always like putting their
No.
heads into enclosed spaces. So, we've designed this as to be as sympathetic as we can to that,
Mhm.
still having some nice open space here so the cat can see through to the back. And then, as I mentioned, working to make the bowl as cat friendly as possible. We actually worked with leading veterinary and animal behavior specialists to
Nice.
design, pretty much every element of this product to be as appealing as possible to cats.
Sure. And the fact that Commander Worf could be at home standing behind that, because it definitely looks like the bridge of the Enterprise, is a benefit for me.
Absolutely. Well, another nice thing about it, in all seriousness, is that it's battery powered. So you're
Okay.
not going to have to be, limiting it to being near a mains power supply. So
Okay.
that not only gives flexibility to the pet parent, they can place it anywhere in their home that they like to. But again, as I mentioned, some cats are quite particular about where they want to eat and drink. So you can place it in a nice, quiet, comfortable place in the home for them, where that's going to encourage them to visit the drinking station and stay nicely hydrated.
Understood. Yeah, that's super cool. So is this on the okay, no, I gotta ask this first. So it's battery powered.
It
So
is.
how long does the battery last? Is it a replaceable battery or rechargeable battery? How does all
Yeah.
that work?
Yeah, sure. So all of our products, the batteries last for at least 6 months. We always say at
Wow.
least. In practice, it's quite a bit longer than that. It does have low battery indicator, and certainly when you're in the app, you can check on all of the battery status of all of your devices to see where you're at, and you will get warnings as well when batteries are running low, on the product. Unfortunately, they are not rechargeable at the moment. They are just standard replaceable batteries, but there's
Okay.
certainly plenty of battery life there and plenty of
Yeah.
warning when they need changing.
How what kind of battery is it?
It's a C-cell battery,
Okay.
so one of the
E-
like larger cylindrical ones.
easily acquired. That's the
Easily
important part.
acquired. Yeah, definitely. We make sure that all of our products have, very standard size batteries that are easy to obtain and change.
Sure. Excellent. Because that's obviously that's not always the case, right? If it were two button cell batteries, Radio Shack's not around anymore. It would be a whole lot harder to find those.
Right, right. Yeah, no, just very standard battery size.
Fantastic. And is this product on the market already or coming soon?
It is available on the market already. The other
Okay.
thing I wanted to just quickly mention,
Mhm.
I've obviously mentioned the ecosystem of products that we have, and they all do require an additional internet hub as well. We have had a little bit of fun with the design of that. I don't know whether you remember it from when I was on the show before with the Feeder Connect, but we have designed it to look like a little cat with flashing ears. Um,
Oh,
and so you do need that home hub to connect all of the devices. It's just
okay.
one hub per household.
Okay. And what kind is it? do they all wirelessly communicate back with that hub? Is that, and then that like goes out to the internet? Is that how that works?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So you plug the hub into your internet router, and then it will then communicate with each of the devices that you have within your home. So you can connect
Got
up
it.
to 10 devices through the same internet hub. And then once you go into the app, as I mentioned, you can view all of the devices within the same app. And you can also, if you have multiple pets, you can look at all of their various different behaviors, comings and goings, eating,
Okay.
drinking, all from a single pet profile. The other nice thing about the app is you can invite additional users to join your sort of pet household, if you like. So if you
Okay.
have pet sitters, family members perhaps looking after the pets for you, they can all join in the fun and also have access to all the data within the app.
Got it. That's really cool. So what kind of range does this hub have on it, or how does that work?
So, so the hub, we do recommend, and I'm sorry, I've just realised, being European based, I'm going to quote meters at you rather than feet.
That's fine.
We do recommend that where possible that the hub be placed within 10 meters of the device. But certainly within most home setups, that's fairly achievable.
Okay. Gotcha. No worries on that. Now I'm getting questions from the chat.
Okay.
And where did I just see? Is there a monthly fee?
There is no monthly fee, no. So it's a single one-time purchase of the hardware, so the device, the Felaqua Connect device, and then the hub, and then you're good to go. No additional subscription.
Perfect. I think that's going to make a lot of people very happy. Well, I really appreciate you coming on and giving us information on the new products. If people
You're
want to find out
welcome.
about this and the rest of the ecosystem, how can they do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you would like to find out more, please do visit our website. The address is surepetcare.com, and that Sure is spelled SURE, petcare.com. And you can find all the information there about the Felaqua Connect that we talked about today, as well as the other products as well.
Fantastic. Well, this is a cool product to go along with your previous cool product. That's really great. I am definitely going to go check out the rest of the lineup as well, because there's been, like you said, there's been other products since we last spoke. So that's super cool. Thank you for coming on and updating
You're
us.
welcome. And thanks so much for having me. Great to see you.
Absolutely. And hopefully we will be back together at CES 2023. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Absolutely. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
TPN CES 2022 coverage is executive produced by Michelle Mendez. Technical directors are Kurt Corliss and Adam Barker. Associate producers are Nancy Ertz and Maurice McCoy. Interviews are edited by Joe Minnie. Hosts are Marlo Anderson, Todd Cochran, Scott Ertz, Christopher Jordan, Danielle Mendez, and Alante Sparks. Las Vegas studio provided by HC Productions. Remote studio provided by PLUGHITZ Productions. This has been a Tech Podcast Network production. Copyright 2022.